My name is Alex and welcome back. Well, for today I have a fake Samsung Galaxy S8 that looks very close to the original S8 and it could easily fool anyone. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and press that like button because it helps these videos quite a lot. Now about fake devices. So fake devices do look just like the original ones, but they don't offer the same performance or quality, so I don't recommend buying a fake device. In order to make this video more useful and hopefully easier for you to spot a fake Samsung Galaxy S8, I have my S8 Plus right here and I'm basically gonna show you the differences between these two phones. So, starting with the screen. So even though both devices have curved edges, the screen on the original one ends closer to the frame than on the fake one. So if you put them side by side, you can definitely tell, but it would be a bit difficult to tell if you don't have both of them together. If you look all the way at the top, you're gonna notice that the black forehead on the original one is also smaller than the one that we have on the fake device. And the one that's sitting at the bottom, it's the original one. Looking at the speaker grill on both devices, you're also gonna notice that the one on the fake device sticks out a bit, and that's a good sign that you're looking at a fake device. Also, if you look at that sensor next to the camera, which is probably something for the iris camera, you're gonna notice that on the fake one it's blue and on the original one looks like a lens. And lastly, looking at the bottom, you're also gonna notice that the chin on the fake device, it's larger than the one that we have on the original device. But again, it would be a bit difficult to tell if you don't have both devices in hand. At the top we have yet another difference, so the fake one it's missing that secondary microphone that we have on the original one. And looking at the SIM card trays, the SIM card trays are very different. So the fake one has a SIM card tray that's made out of metal, and on the original one we actually have a SIM card tray that's made out of plastic, so very easy to spot. Now, moving to the phone's frame, so even though they look very similar, there is a big difference there. So the fake one it's a bit thicker, but again it would be a bit difficult to tell if you don't have both devices in your hand. The volume buttons, the Bixby button and the power button all look very similar, so very difficult to tell just by looking at those buttons. And moving all the way to the bottom, you can easily tell that the fake one it's a bit thicker, but other than that there isn't much difference at the bottom there. The backs look very similar when you first look at them, but there are a whole bunch of small differences that you can spot. First of all, the original it's made out of glass, so the back it's made out of glass, and on the fake one we actually have plastic, but again it's kind of difficult to tell, and they do sound a bit different when you bang on them. The Samsung logos are very similar, but if you look close enough at the fake one, you can see some defects in plastic. The flash and the heart rate monitor also look a bit different as well, and if you look close enough at the camera, you're gonna notice that the camera on the original one has a larger lens than on the fake one, so that's another thing to look for. If you're still not sure if you're looking at a fake device or not, just turn on the phone and check out the software. At the first look, they do look very similar. We have the exact same launcher, the icons look the same, and even entering the app drawer it's done the same, so you just swipe up, so everything seems very similar here. First, you could press the Bixby button and see what happens, because on the fake one we don't actually have Bixby. That's something that you can only find on Samsung devices, so that's one thing of knowing if you're looking at a fake device. Another thing I noticed is the fact that on the fake one we don't have the Galaxy App Store, so we only have the Google Play Store. Also, if you look at the calendar, so on the original one that's called the calendar, and on the fake one it's called the S Planner, so basically as it was called last year or 2 years ago. The notification tab is also very different, so you can't actually pull it down on the fake one as you can on the original one, so that's another thing that you should look for. The camera app is also different on the fake one compared to the original one, and basically this is the same camera app that we used to have a couple of years ago. And lastly, the settings app. So the settings app on the fake one looks very different than the one that you're gonna find on the original Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, the first thing that you should check is for the display, because on the S8 and the S8 Plus you can actually change the screen resolution. Now, on the fake one you don't have that option, so that should be very easy to tell if you're looking at a fake device or not. So even though this is a very good looking fake device, if you take your time and look at the small details, you can definitely tell if you're looking at a fake device, and hopefully everybody can catch on and nobody gets fooled into buying a fake device believing that they are buying a real Samsung Galaxy device. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.